Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, Nikki, how's everybody doing? Let me take a sip of this. Yeah, I did get it done. usually I try to keep it down to 1 cup of coffee because they say my pump, races or whatever. I don't know, but I do enjoy, and when I do the live stream, yeah, it is. So this is my second one. I had the other one at 5 o'clock this morning. I got up a little bit late, 4:30 today, and so hey Jackson, how you doing? Hope you're well. Yesterday the solar man was there all day, and then he left a message last night with my wife that he wasn't going to be until noontime. But he made an awesome freaking sliding out deal. I decided to let him do I was going to do all the wiring. He charged me 4,000 baht for the extra stuff and time. I said, you know what, for what is that, 30, 60, $100 or whatever. I said, yeah, go ahead and do it. So yesterday he did the underground coming across the front of the 9-foot roll up door, and it goes up in there. I did a little bit of video yesterday. Depending on how much he gets done today, I'll try to get another video, short one out. But it looks like he's going to do. I want to get out there today because I want to spot where exactly I want and at what height I want the plugs, and because they're going to be about a little over 3 foot. Somebody had sent me a deal, and thanks for the people that are sending in stuff with their suggestions. I think that's awesome. So I take everybody. I'll take any suggestion anybody got. Put it that way. Hey Justin, how you doing? 2 a.m. Yeah, you should be sleeping. But I want to make sure that he's got those. And I told him about the one outside, and I ordered a clear box so I can mount that program for the pH of the water, temperature, and all that. I bought it. It should be here today or tomorrow. I bought a bunch of other stuff too, so it's been interesting. I need to stop buying shit. I've got pretty much everything I need for the garage now. A couple little of items. I bought a bunch of hand tools and drills and sawzalls and all battery operated. That company. Somebody was asking. I think it was Les. Watch out, Bear. Watch out. Move over here. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. And this is the sawzall. I bought this a while back. That's the name of it. It almost looks like they're yellow. Almost looks like DeWalt or something. But I've had a drill and stuff, and then it's decent stuff. I bought a hammer drill. I bought a regular drill and impact set. I bought the sawzall. I bought a little grinder cutoff wheel deal. And what else did I buy? A bunch of little stuff. And I've got a bunch. You can see all this stuff behind me is all stuff that needs to go out there. There's a cart here with full of tools and stuff to go in the garage. So we'll see. You sound like another. Yeah, uh, retired tools. Stop buying shit. Yeah, I know. The one who gets out with wins. Yeah, most toys. Exactly. How you doing, Ryan? But I just like the other day, I'm having a problem with the front drum filter, and I ordered a motor for it, a little drive motor that spins the drum. And I said, you know what? I got all the tools. I just grabbed the tools, went out there. I was done in 20 minutes. It was so nice having the right shit. And so I figured this way, even if I don't use it, at least I've got it there. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Uh, I missed your. I know you did a live stream like in the middle of the night. I'm usually asleep. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? But it was so nice having the right shit. So I did it as sitting out there. I'm cleaning the drum. For some reason, that front koi pond is, I don't know if it's high in calcium or whatever, but it's building up this gritty something. I don't know. I'm thinking about cleaning that whole thing out and starting over. The fish in there are happy. The pH is a little high, but nothing horrible. But it's just, I don't know. It's been that way. I don't know. It's getting the same water that I use to fill that is the same water that goes into this koi pond and the pool and waters everything, which is the water that I pump out of the ground. I also have 2,000 liters worth of city water too. Hey Maui, I missed yours too. I know you did a live stream from there too, and I haven't had a chance to watch it. Um, I hope you. It looked like you're having fun there. Um, so I'm hoping I've got a bunch more uh, works. I got two workstations. I got my desk is in my bedroom in a box. Um, this computer is going to go out there. I had to order. This one's got lines in it. I think I told you guys about this. I thought Exposed was going to be a good one. This is the second one that the same things happened to, and I gave it to the solar man who has friends that worked on it, and they said, you know, it's going to cost more to repair it than and the other guy. He gave me a 24-inch flat screen monitor because I bugged the living crap out of the company, saying you don't honor your warranty, you're horrible. I'm retired, so I can do this every day. And he's on AI, a lot of these people. So as long as they answer you back, you can give them a 1-star rating. And I was giving this guy a 1-star rating every freaking day. Finally, I said, I want what I had. I had a 27-inch. So anyway, I've got that 24-inch flat, excuse me, and I bought an arm like this one's on, so I can move it anywhere I want. And this one has a screen on it, so I'll put that to the side. I'll put a 24 in front of me, and I ordered a 32-inch curved screen that should be here within the next few days, I hope. All right, Nikki, have a good night's sleep. Myself, you what? What did I miss here? And the lines, they mess up with the thing. I would stay, but I hate myself in 5 hours. Yeah, no shit. Have a good one. Go to sleep. You're gonna get woken up in a couple hours anyway, right? From Buddy. But anyway, uh, so I don't know the way that it's going now. He hasn't been out here for it's raining at his house. He lives in Surin, so if it's sprinkling, he don't come. It didn't rain here at all the last 2 days. It has. You see the rain at night, a couple hours it pours, but during the day. So I don't know exactly if I want to be pouring concrete and crap, during these downpours here. But I want him to, do that little strip on the side of the house where I want to put that hospital tank, that quarantine tank that I'm building. I've got everything here. I've got the air conditioner for out there in here too. It's just I got so much shit in here I can barely get in and out. But once that's done, clean the floors, paint the floors. I want to paint the walls, and then pretty much done. I got to go and get the lights. I've got like I said, I've got everything in the book on what I paid and stuff. That 12,000 baht worth of extra reinforcement and that's on the video that is in the camera. But the solar man did an awesome job. It beefed up that roof. It ain't going nowhere. Nothing's going nowhere. Nothing's gonna wind shear, anything. It ain't going. So I was happy with that. And then now that panel that he made that holds the batteries, it's on a wheel and it slides away from the wall. And then behind it, he brought the main power up with a big breaker, and he's doing a good job. So, and I'll go item by item. I'll probably do a live stream from. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. Anybody that wants to know any kind of pricing, just let me know, and I'll give any information. Doesn't matter to me, just so people know, because this is on the cheap. Like I said, it's going to be 6.2 kW with 200 amp hour or 48 volt solar system. Now, granted, I had the roof, but he rebuilt the thing anyway. So I'm going to say it could be done for the amount that I'm saying. I think the solar is going to be right about 95, and the building is going to be in the 120, 30 baht range. So I'm going to say it's going to be around 200, 210. So just to build the building, 230, 240, I'll have it all down. I got it to the gnats behind, so we'll see. Hey, Craig, who else did I miss? Hey, brother, how are you? Aaron? Who's Teachers Couples Talk? How you doing? Glad you could make it. Good morning. But that way at least somebody knows what they can do on the cheap. Because I know, like Les, in his video that I watched yesterday or the day before, he had an area in the back that he told me all along he wanted to build a little man cave, kind of like this. And he was figuring a couple 100,000 baht to do it. And now he's got a bunch of other stuff going on, and I think he's put that on hold for a while. I was trying to think how much I paid for this actual building, and then all I had was the concrete. I put the slab down, and then he just sat it in place. And then I got a guy come in and put the air conditioner in, but it came with the lights and everything in it. So I don't know, but it wasn't. I don't remember. I'll have to do it. But like I said, this is just paying a family member to do simple block construction. It is a 6-inch slab in the garage, but is it to Western standards? Not by any means whatsoever. But that includes air conditioning. That includes all the electrical. That includes the lights. That includes everything. And I got a place where I can roll my truck into and keep it out of the blazing sunshine, and have a place to work. So, hey, Patty, how you doing? Let it dry. Yeah, because I was talking to my wife about it this morning. But hey, Kenny, if I pour that back section, which would be basically just kind of where the trailer is going to sit, maybe about 10 feet in front of that, and then where it's going to come around so that I can pull up and back my truck into the 9-up roll-up door, is probably going to be a good full truck of concrete. But the way that my phone says, it doesn't show any rain today. When you look at it, it shows 27 right now, cloudy, no rain, no rain, no rain, sunset, no rain, 11 p.m. tonight, a 25% chance. So I don't know exactly. I got to ask my concrete buddy, what I should do. Should it be covered, after the end of the day with plastic, or what's the deal? And see what he says, because it'll take me 2.5 hours to ask anybody else in Thai what the hell. So maybe I'll call him. But it shows 55% today, 95, 90, 65, 60 Sunday. Now I'll be gone Saturday till Monday. And the only days it shows 2 cloudy days, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So I'm going to do one or two things. If I believe this forecast, I'll set up and maybe pour the whole damn thing. Depends on how much I believe. Hey James, how you doing? Everybody saying hi, hi. Why stress? Who's stressed? Yes, I got to find out. Did I say hi to Craig? I know I said hi to Aaron. Uh, let's see. Anyway, hello everyone. So I'm hoping that if I get the Shishu went back and now she's going to stay in Bangkok. She was all excited. She got her license while she was here. She called this morning. She left 10:30 p.m. last night, and because the school, I don't know what the hell the school's doing. She didn't have to be back in the school until that Monday. We're going Saturday morning, taking the truck, taking sim, getting all sim stuff. She's going to stay there for a week or two, and then come back, and she's going to actually be living here in Surin. But she was all excited with her best friend. She went and picked her up in the Suzuki, so she's all excited about driving. But so I'm hoping I can get I don't know if I'm going to go epoxy or whatever. I'm going to see what they have for garage floor paint or what they consider garage floor paint here in Thailand. If it's a 2-part epoxy water based or something, I don't want that cleanup stuff because I'll probably end up. Well, I'll have them do it, but and the concrete walls, I don't even know if I'll probably primer and paint both inside and outside. I think I could primer and paint the inside now. Now if he puts up all his conduit, I'm just going to paint all the conduit too, because it's yellow. I think is what he's running out there. So I get excited about what. Yeah, are you still in Koh Chang or are you back at home? I get excited about driving here as well. Different excitement. But anyway, so I don't know. I'm not looking forward. I don't like. I dislike Bangkok. I think it's if I wanted to go drive around in downtown LA, I would have drove around in downtown LA or in the middle of San Francisco, or it just people drive like idiots, and not only Thai people, every people, they just don't have. I don't know. I get tense as soon as I get close to Bangkok. I'm going, oh crap, I'd rather be on 2 wheels. And I got stuck in the middle of Bangkok on 2 wheels of the Forza one time when I was coming back. I'm not stressed, Patty. I just want to not stressed, but I've got all sorts of shit that needs to go in there and be 2 workstation deals. The carts need to be put together. It needs a lot of stuff that's in here needs to go out there, and I want to get it out of here. So that not stressed. What am I missing here? I have a video uploading every third day into the middle of May, June. Did you say? Are you still in Koh Chang, or are you back home? But yeah, so that's the only reason. But with the building, like I said, you see a lot of the water, and that's from coming in and out with my truck doing that. And I think you can see wires over here. I think those are that's why he has that scaffolding. He put the scaffolding up before he left yesterday, the solar man. And they still got to put the wood or the fake wood over the front of that open area on the top of the door. And then he's going to close off those holes somehow. I don't know exactly. I don't know why these cameras are doing that. Maybe they're wet. But I think that's the solar wires. So he's going to probably put those down. And I imagine I'm guessing, but I imagine he's going to start on the on the um, on the solar stuff today, and then tie in the grid. Once he ties in the grid, he's already got the wires run back to here and to the pond. I'm guessing, but maybe today or tomorrow, this should be on that system, and that system should be up and running. That video was 3 weeks ago. Is that what you said? Okay, now I get it. I drive in the quicksand, I drive in the rain, but then I left others to driving usually the day in one location, the river. And where are you guys down on the beach? I'm back to the hotel and pass out. I got, I got no, don't want to go there, don't want to hang out, don't want to see what Bangkok's all about. Unless I don't know, I shouldn't say that. I know I've said it before. If I had somebody that knew Bangkok and that would wanted to show me around, it would probably be something all right to see. But with my knees and everything else, I can't do a bunch of, this 10 click walking every day. Just ain't happening. Although I do feel better. I am going to try doing Tommy J a lot. Get back into the gym. My breathing's been fine. Actually feel healthy. Still feel weak. I don't know. But it could just be me. I need to get on just light weights and then get on that bicycle and get into a routine. Which I have my truck now, so because it was kind of a pain in the ass. I was thinking about rainy season and all that. And if it's raining, I can just take my truck. No, we're here on the farm, still avoiding the rain. I can't remember who I was talking to. Somebody was talking about you wanted to head back to because you have relatives down that way, right? Where you went last time, I think. Yeah, I just need to motivate my ass a little bit and get up and go do stuff. Today, I'm going to go over the mom and dad. I think had a little spat, and every time they do that, he goes over to the house that we're going to sell, and rolls in there and stays there for a few days. So I'm going to go over and make sure he has food. He likes sweets. My wife sent me a loaf of bread. I showed him the picture of the stuff they put on the bread and some regular milk and a loaf of bread. And then I'm going to pick him up his cow mac stuff he likes. So I'll take that over to him afterwards. So after I get done, I'll go in there, jump in the shower, and get dressed and head over. I was going to take the Forza because I think the battery's dead. So, and I might still do that. I'll probably take the Scoopy, and then I'll bring him over some water too, and make sure you don't dehydrate or something stupid. She's reluctant to leave. My mom not feeling good. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, that looked nice. I watched a couple of the videos that you did from there. It looked like a nice place. I wish I was close to the beach. Like I said, out of the 99 things that I could hit about my end of day plan, only one of them isn't getting, and that's looking out the window at the ocean. But for the rest of it, man, I can't complain. That's for sure. I guess CJ was in a small bike accident, scrapes and scratched up a bit in on Koh Chang, right? I think found some land for less than 1 million per rye. Could move my house there. Oh, really? Oh, close to the water for 1 million a rye. That sounds like a good price, right? Move. I don't know, man. Oh no, who him? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of CJ. I just saw the. Isn't that CJ? Isn't he the black guy that is friends with Chuck and everything? I met him a couple of times. He's also a CJ, and I know that he would. I heard something when I was watching Chuck's video on here and doing some shit on the computer here. Something about his motorbike having problems with it. So I thought maybe it was him. Oh, okay. Is he all right? I hope. Hope so. I don't know, man. You have many friends from Scandinavia. The only, I think, closest, I don't know, where's Denmark? Is Denmark considered Scandinavia? I don't know. I had one. He was actually uh, a member that came from Denmark. Actually, became a member in SFV in the San Fernando Valley, and he actually rented my house while I was a prospect and lived on my property for a while. But guess he's good, good. But I don't know. Is Denmark considered? See, I'm horrible about geography. You could tell I spent a lot of time in school. I was I was working on motorcycles and riding and stuff. That's all I want to do because I had my panhead when I was uh, when I was 17. So I actually rode my panhead to high school. So and my mom worked as a waitress, and my house I could walk to school in 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 blocks away from there. I had a pool table. We used to, this is our my idea of going to school. Jump on the bike, wake up at nutrition time, which if you don't know what nutrition, like 10 o'clock, we had a break. Go to the school, find a girl, throw her on the back of the bike, drive the 2 blocks to my mom's house, play a little pool with some friends, and I'll leave that up to your imagination. We would have some fun, and then we'd bring them back at lunchtime or whatever, and dump them back off. So Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Okay, you think? I think it is. He was a good guy. Really, like a well, he was a Hell's Angel, so he was tough already. He was a good guy, young. He looked at me as an old man, but he came to really like me. I liked him too, and I kept in touch with him for a lot of years, and but he was on Facebook, and then all of a sudden he went away. So I'm hoping he's still alive. But it's a lot different. He went back to Spain, I think, and it's a whole different ball game over there in Europe. You know, they're into rocket launchers and grenades and shit. You know, they don't mess around with a knife or a gun. But he was a good guy. But that's pretty much the only one. Another Swede um, that was in SFV, Tomas, two Thomas and Tomas, and Thomas was a good guy too. But that's I think my extent of knowing anybody from there. And they were, what would you call them? What's the what's the guys with the big well, God, my mind horrible, man. I hope I don't. I know I just saw that what's his name from Duck uh, whatever that I used to watch all the time. I really liked him too. I guess he passed away at 79 from Alzheimer's, which man, I try to just kind of slough it off, but if I come on and go, did I do this yesterday? You guys can tell me, Dave. You need to go to the doctor. But yeah, and the stuff he told me about there. The only thing I didn't really care for so much of growing up in Southern California was, we could pretty much ride 360. We could ride all year. A little bit of rain here and there, but nothing like they're over in Scandinavia and stuff, or even in New York or any other place in the United States. Southern California was, as far as I'm, yeah, Viking. That's the word I was using that I was looking for, Patty. But and I want to say back then I was 40. Let's see, in 2000, that would have been 20 years ago. Was I 40, 45, 47, something like that? And he was probably 32, 33 years old. Uh, but definitely one tough man. Um, we had a lot of fun. But yeah, Vikings, and I think they like that too. I think they like uh, that that word. But I never really went. I'd like to go. Yeah, I guess that would be on my bucket list. I'd like to see the Scandinavian countries. I'd like to go to Australia. I got a whole crap load of family there. I've got a list, to do, but it's hard because my wife's birthday's coming up I think it's within a day or two of actually Paige's, and I think she's going to be 45. I am. So it's been 6 years, I guess, since we've been. I think we got married. She was 39. I don't know. When we met, I think she was 38, something like that. But I gotta do something for her birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like one after another, especially with trying to put up the building. But like I said, I kind of took that 5,000. I went crazy with the solar because I just like the bill I just got with the kids here, and then us going to. Now, normally, I told you they rate me on electricity in Ubon, and normally it's around 2,000. And we went there for 3 days, me, my wife, and the kids, right? 4,200 baht, right? It doubled, right? Because we went there for 3 days, and then ours is 9,000. From normal, like the last one without the kids here was like 4,000. So I got a 14,000 baht electric bill between the two places. So I need I need the solar. So I'm hoping that we get that house sold. I'm hoping that we can put up the 2 bedroom here in fairly quick time before the end of the year would be nice. And then have, you know, and me, I don't need to leave the air conditioner on in the bedroom and be out here and here. So I need to I guess I need to conserve a little bit. But I just thought, it's crazy, So basically 13.5 for electricity this month. People don't pay 13.5 for the rent that they're paying to live somewhere in Thailand. Hi Al, how you doing? Um, they are closing Highway 41, highway known as Bloody Alley, for the next 5 years for safety. 41, where's that at? We had a 41 going up to my house in Bass Lake, but I think that's over towards PCA. Well, it probably runs all the way across for 5 years for safety improvements. To die in battle or between the thighs of a maiden. Those who approve. Spoken. uh, our 2 bills combined were 24. Yeah, so like I said, I think I've got. Let me see. I'll tell you, it's close. I have this. Like I said, this book is. I transferred it all over into a nice new book, and I have to add 4,000 to this, and it was 88. So 89, 90, 93. It's going to be about 95,000 for 200 amp hour of 48-volt battery. The whole system, the 6,000 watts of panels, the labor to put it in, everything that. And then, like I said, the other stuff that he was doing, the electric for the whole shop, to put in all the lights, to put in all the plugs, to put in all the conduit, the breaker panels, the sub panels, and all that stuff was 16,000 baht. And then to do the underground, that was probably the length of a freaking football field, was 9,000 baht, and that include the big ass wire underground. They use a flexible, really flexible piece of plastic, and put it in there. The extra wiring, 4,000 for the solar. The underground, he had an ad of 2,500. That was to go back out from there to this building and tie in the two, the pond and the man cave, and to reinforce the roof, 12,000. So the building, it looked like it's going to be in the 220s for both. But like I said, I'll do a whole knockdown thing. Like I said, it's not. It's just a quick. Somebody wanted to put up something, they could put it up. But you're looking at, I don't know. Let's say without the solar, because that included the air conditioner, that includes everything. You're looking at, let's see. Um, where's my calculator? Let's say it's 125,000 divided by 32 is what it was this morning. 3,900, $4,000 of USD. Like I said, you couldn't even get the permits for that. Now, granted, that's having somebody, but he gave me prices on most of it. They gave me, I didn't do it all, per hour or whatever. The solar man always give me price per job. The cousin, he did okay. Still got to put the ceiling in. I still got 4,000 extra that I believe I had to buy for ceiling material, insulation, that kind of stuff. And but, for four even 4,500, I don't think you can complain. Hey Jay, how you doing? Glad you can make it. Gentleman City to the Central Coast, Fresno County. Yeah, the that was where I used to come down 41 out of Bass Lake, and it was 50 minutes to the UCSF building, the state of the art. That's now the central. Well, it was back then too. The trauma center for the whole valley there, and um, it that's where I fell asleep and was on the wrong side of the road at 2:30 in the afternoon because of sleep apnea, and I just, and between that and my knees and my back, I said, okay, I'm done. And I was 50, I think, and they sent me to disability, sent me to their doctor for Social Security, and told them what was in. They told me, oh, it's going to take 4 times for you to get it. They're going to turn you down. And doctor looked at me, did his examination, X-rays, MRI, I think, and whatever, and said, "Okay, you're approved." So I had it. So I always had disability since then, and then now it flips over. When I turned 67, in case anybody's wondering, you don't have to do anything if you're on disability. It just rolls over into regular Social Security. So, in case you're wondering, and I'm still wondering. I know we were talking about it last time, Craig. I showed my wife this morning. I said we were talking about it on a live stream, and I looked it up, and my email didn't pop it up to the top. It just added it to the original one that they doing it. It takes 1 month past the date that I said I want to be done with it, which would be this next check on the 3rd. So I'll let you guys know if that came through. It was one form Craig sent me. Simple. What's your name? What's your social security number? Blah, blah. That's about it. And why? And then Craig said, keep the answer down to a absolute minimum. I just said, new wife. She has insurance. I don't need it. And they did it. So in case you're wondering, because like I said, we were talking about it, 6,000 baht a month, it's not much, but when you think I've been doing that for 8 years, so we did this the other day, 6,000 times 12 times 7, actually 7 years, 500, half a million baht. So, so now hopefully it'll stop. And then during that time, it was more than that because I was still paying Part D, 100 US dollars a month. I wasn't using any meds or using Part D. So just stupid shit. I should have been a lot smarter. All right, Robert. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. You're 37% Scandinavian. What was this? FC, how you doing? Have you ever done a video showing your neighborhood or town when you go riding? Where do you go? Yeah, actually on the bike, I've done a couple of moto vlog type things around town. I did one on the Forza. I think I did one on the Scoopy. I did one recently when I went on vacation when we took the camper out. Me and the wife on the bike riding around wherever we went. I think it was Sisaket. So I have done a few. I I haven't done. I have put the drone up over by the reservoir, um, but I would have liked to have done here so you could see the area. But they won't let me put the drone up now. according to Bobby, time to get going. He said I could go over there and ask for special permission to put the drone up because it's a private airport. I hear a helicopter once a week. I never hear any small aircraft, very rarely. So I mean, it's not like it's a busy private private airport. But usually when I go, the couple of times that I've went on long rides have been to Pachuap, and then we rode around for 6-7 days, and then I rode back that 12-hour jaunt back on the Forza. But my wife is she didn't understand me in two wheels. Hard for her to understand. But it and I understand her deal. I am old. If I get out there by myself and it gets dark and I get run off the road and I could be lying in a ditch dying, no one would know. So she doesn't like it. She doesn't mind it so much if like Maui came and his friend and Bobby and Jai went in a car and Andrew and Kwan went in a car and there was three of us on bikes. We rode from Surin to Ko Chang, spent 3 days, I think, there. Then Thanksgiving time 2 years ago now. And then we rode over to John T. and Patea for one night, Thanksgiving, ate a Thanksgiving dinner, and then I came back home. So I'm trying to T. I want to ride. I like T. We had a lot of fun. He joined us on our little deal down in Pachuap, but we haven't quite put it together. We'll put something together. I'd go anywhere. Doesn't Bangkok? I don't want to ride around in Bangkok, but most on the roads and stuff out here, actually, with all the construction work and everything, all the improvements and stuff that Thailand's doing, it's far and few between before that I hit a large pothole. They're making a big leaps and bounds on every place you go. They're repairing the highway, putting in new stuff, and they're doing a good job. So let's see. But I like going everywhere. I go to Buriram for the day. It's an hour ride. Sometimes I'll go there and do what I shouldn't do and grab a McDonald's cheeseburger and come back. America's New America, maybe. Who knows everything about security? I blew it when I was a kid, man. I was actually on the verge of selling a motorcycle. And I had a good friend. He wanted to go over Europass. We had very little money, but I needed to sell that bike in order to go. And we were going for a month or 2 months, and I just couldn't sell the freaking bike. And he ended up going. He ended up staying 6 months, actually going to jail a couple of times by sneaking. What the hell did Johnny do? He snuck out Levi's out of some place and smuggled him into some other place because he could buy him in one place for like $30 and go into another country, France or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time, and sell them for like $200 a pair. And he got popped doing that and spent a little time in jail. But he had an absolute ball, man. We sat around and drank beer for 2 weeks straight, just going over all the shit that he did when he was there. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Is that Daz? Is that who that is? I see Daz. I don't know if that's who that is. What did I get rambling? When I get rambling, sorry, I miss a lot of this stuff. Have you gone to make homes? No, I have not. Hey, Ron, how are you? Hope you're well. Hope things are going good for you, brother. Are you leaving again, Kenny? Where's Kenny going? Jackson, what's the expected lifespan of your solar system battery? Well, after I'm dead, I think, Jackson. I'm going to say in the 20, 30 years, I think. This one has 6,000 cycles, these batteries, I think. Batteries just keep getting better and better. The panels have 20 years on it. I'm going to say at least 20 years, I would think, so for me, like for this system, I wouldn't imagine if I save 3,000 baht a month off of this system, it isn't going to take long to pay back 95,000 baht. So the payback on it's got to be fairly good. Although I never factored that in. I just want the savings. Um, hey Tip, how you doing? Any luck on the bean? Doing good. Just working a lot. I bet. I bet. Hopefully things are going good for you. Hope you'll be able to retire soon. Garden life never ends. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get that done. Hoping to get the floor painted. Once I get the floor painted and the walls, at least on that side of my side of the garage, not where the truck's going, then I can set up the little workstations I bought, bring these rolling carts, all these tools, this air conditioner and shit over there. And I could actually have the air conditioner put in as soon as I paint that wall. And the guy that sold it to me, I think I got a good deal on it. It's almost 18 SEER, which is decent. It's brand new. It's in the box. It's R32. It comes with a line set in the condenser box. I think 3 meters of copper. Um, and the guy even said, it shouldn't cost you more than 2 to 2,500 to have it installed. I'm just letting you know so you don't get screwed. I said thank you, but it's still in the box, brand new. 2 ton, 24,000. I paid 13,000 baht for it and 500 to have it delivered. So 13.5. So I'll get a 2 ton air conditioner installed for 15, somewhere around there, which I think is cheap. And hopefully that should at least take the heat out of the air. I'm only putting insulation in the top. Should be fine. I'm closing those holes that I didn't want in the door in the first place. Tommy sent me a private message. Did you want those holes in the door? Hell no, I didn't want the holes in the door. I didn't know I was getting them. But it, um, it should be nice. Should be cool. I think I'm still going to be in my man cave. I was thinking about the other day. I got a 65-inch TV here, but once the couch is cleared and my racing is all done, this will still be the place to hang. But like I said, until I get that concrete in there, I can't even take the shadow back there and change the pipes and and air conditioning and do what I want to do till I get that concrete runway put in. Good to hear too. Uh, do you have living trust in the U.S. or a will in Thailand? How do you decide how to protect both your family in Thailand and your kids back home? Everything that's in the state goes to them, and everything here stays here. And haven't got it completely done yet. A trust here in Thailand, or a will here in Thailand, which I would suggest everybody to do. Um, my and you know I heard Joe was talking. I watched his last video, and he was talking about what happens if Gift dies or this, and that would be probably the hardest thing for me is if God forbid something happened to Nitnoy. Um, I wouldn't go anywhere. Would I expect them to throw me to kick me out? No, I don't think so. Could it happen? Yeah, it could. But my wife wants me to be on the yellow book and to do this and do that and wants me to do it. But I don't know. I probably should do more than I have. Put it that way. Any recommend? My wife has one or two. She took them down off the tree, man, where she had spliced it. She had coconut hair around it, things completely covered in root system, and two big giant limes hanging off of a couple of. She did it 6 or 8 of grafts on that tree, but one of them's yours, I know. So you've got one of those. I said, I don't know when he's going to come. You're going to have to plant that thing in a big planter box or something. So I'll have to go out and get you a box or something to put that in. But I don't know, over here, regular lemons and oranges, some um, What else does she have over there? I can't remember. A lot. We like you talking about everything. Not everybody understands. um, set one to the side on the other property. Yeah, no problem. I think she did 6 or 7 of them, and she's gonna put them, out here. I don't think she's the only one that I think the only one that is leaving the property is the one I gave for you, and she'll do more. I was really surprised, man. My wife, I guess she did it in college, so she's actually got schooling in that grafting shit. It was pretty good, but I know but I can't remember what else. Avocados she's got out there, and I don't know the whole thing on avocados. I told her from the beginning. My understanding, growing up in Southern California, you have to have a male and a female avocado tree to get them to go. But I said you need to check. But I know she's got a couple of avocados over there. Um, she's got a lot of stuff, and I think what that back corner over here. Let me pull it up. Back on the. Let me see here. This behind the coop here, that's where the fish tank's going to be. And even if I put the no, it's going to be probably a little 3.5 feet wide and about 6 feet long, and then I'll set this is what's going to set on there. That white container in the bottom of the screen, UBC container, and I had fish in it before. I used it as a little hospital type tank. Um, and that'll be over there. But I think dumping the water and stuff like that, I think I'll have whatever I want to grow, which would be jalapenos, stuff, an orange tree, a lemon tree, a regular grapefruit tree, something like that, tomatoes, stuff like that, which they're growing, some tomatoes. Um, Set a little garden there that I'm sure my mother-in-law will take care of, but because I'll dump that fish water in there. It'll grow like crazy. 7 different types. Yeah, there are. Yes, there are. We have nearly 50 fruit trees. Uh, yeah, these. I don't know if you've seen these. Those giant freaking. They look like samo. They're not quite that big, but they're the size I want to say of a regulation size softball. You know, uh, and it's they're amazing, man. I was really. I go, that ain't no lime tree. My wife said, yeah, it is. Let's see, papaya, of course, mangosteen. There you go, guava. 5 different bananas, 3 different kinds of coconut. You got it. Question: you like bikes? To the big bike thing and have? No, I have not. Did I go to any? I haven't went to any of their bike runs or shows. I know they have a big one in Phuket. I have not. I have a lot of people do videos and stuff on them. I have watched the videos, but I haven't been there. Even when I was there, I didn't. I didn't go. That's because I was, still mourning, and I wasn't myself. Put it that way. I want to plant fruit trees on the other property. We have the other land I planted last year. And doing what's yeah, and I would imagine most everything here, and Craig probably knows because he's got it going there. But everything's good in 100% sunlight, right? Because Aaron doesn't have any kind of trees or cover out there unless he puts stuff in the shade of a house that he builds or whatever. I don't remember. You don't have any kind of shade there, do you? Or did we go on some shade up on the road? Right? Was there a tree? Can't remember. But most of the stuff that I'm talking about, like I know tomatoes like full sun, and I did tell my wife that I was gonna. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe that's what I'll do in the back. I'll do a aquaponics deal on a deep water culture recirculating system. And I'll just do it in 5 gallon buckets. I've done it before with chemicals, but I'll just use the fish water. Uh, and just maybe run 5 or 6 buckets of tomatoes or something and see how that works. Maybe I'll do that. She's been talking about me putting in hydroponics for 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, rice fields. Yeah, that's what I remember. But so most of the stuff that you'd have, but all the trees that I see are in 100% sun, aren't they? Like I said, Craig would know. He's 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 the farmer. My wife enjoys it. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law, they dig it. They get their Thai chilies and their cilantro. And like I said, you come in my backyard and to American, it looks like it's just a jungle and shit growing all over the place. Beautiful, green and everything. But they don't realize that 90% of what they're looking at is edible. They use it in their cooking, the krapow, all this stuff is when it's time to cook, my mother-in-law goes out in the yard and comes in with a handful of stuff and starts cooking. So they do enjoy it. They enjoy it. How is this thing? I know that maybe that's a little better, but planted melons this year. Yeah, they didn't plant. They planted some the pumpkin, and then they make a bunch of soup, which is really good. I don't know. I'm sure everybody that lives here has tried the pumpkin soup, but I would trying to think what else. I'd like to get watermelon. I love watermelon, but they don't have seedless watermelons. I guess I could get seeds, right, and grow seedless watermelon. I don't know. We'll have to. I'll have to see. But he trying to see what I missed here, guys. If I missed something, just put it back up. And I didn't see Verna was here. Hi, Verna. That was a long time ago. 8:20. I'm just rolling back through everything. Uh, uh, ah, let's see. Sorry. Okay, I think I've caught up. Hold on. New comments. Okay. I like cantaloupe. It's my favorite. And some of the time, I'm a weirdo, man. Like my wife always tries to push fruit on me. I don't eat fruit unless it's ice cold. It's got to come out of the refrigerator. Watermelon, cantaloupe, anything, grapes, they got to be cold. And now she knows. But most of the places that you stop that have the mango, they'll have watermelon, pineapple. Some of them will have the cantaloupe. Some of it's not sweet at all, and some of it's good. But we buy cantaloupe, or my wife does when she sees it, and it's ripe. I do. I enjoy cantaloupe. We did squash a few times. Pretty easy and tasty. Cool. Nothing better than growing your. Yeah, exactly. And most of the stuff, like I think here that you get, Jackson, is that way. I knew when I spent 8 months in Costa Rica, my blood pressure dropped by 15 points. And that's because they don't use insecticides, pesticides in their beef, steroids, antibiotics. The worst way I think that humans consuming stuff in the U.S. and maybe some of the other big countries, you're consuming all those antibiotics they inject into cows and whatever you're eating, and you wonder why you have a tolerance or some antibiotics don't work. Well, no shit, you know. So I don't know. I like it, but do some of them? Maybe they do, but for the most part, I think most of the stuff you get at the green market and stuff like that is pretty much organically grown, but they don't state that. They're just growing it like they normally do. It just happens to be in a good way. Um, but I agree, and they do a good job. My wife planted. We got a crap load of stuff that she planted in Ubon, which will probably. I got to do something with Ubon, man. Like I'm telling you, we went there for 3 days, and then the cousin stays there maybe 2 or 3 days a week. Other time he'd just stay at his motorcycle shop, and it was 4,000 baht. That's ridiculous. They're screwing me. Growing shit ain't easy, as there are no insects. So many insects I want to eat. Yeah, there's stuff over here, but there's, like I told my wife, doesn't it? Use neem oil and stuff on the grape leaves and stuff over here. And I know a lot of people use neem. So, I mean, there's stuff that you can use that isn't, an insecticide, harmful insecticide, I guess, is if I'm making any sense. Uh, the cut fruit is surprisingly common way to get food poisoning. Really, better get the whole fruit and cut it at home. Yeah, I've only one time, 7 years now here, which I consider good. You know, my wife doesn't. I mean, even when we're driving, she doesn't want to stop at like, oh, this place looks good. No, no. Well, she between her and her boss goes all over the place. She'll tell you every new place that opens in Surin, every place on the road to hit, that she's went. My wife has certain places that she wants to eat and wants me to eat because she knows that it's safe and the food is good. But yeah, I think you're probably right. Better to buy it and cut it at home. But we're on the road and stuff like that. It's convenient, and most of the stuff is cold most of the time. Even the mango, sometimes I get on the side of the road, I eat that all the time, and it's cold. If you get lucky, sometimes it's warm and then I just don't eat it. But for 20 baht, oh well, we'll put it in the refrigerator when I get home. This is a barbecued iguana in Costa Rica. It isn't. They don't do it too much in Costa Rica, but over in Nicaragua and stuff, they eat them all the time. You won't see it too much in Costa Rica. Maybe in some of the off the beat villages and stuff close to the border, but not. I never saw it. I heard it's pretty good though. Have you eaten it before? Because I heard it's good. Flies are bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just this time of year, Andrew. How you doing, brother? I hope you're well. Uh, I remember it's like one time a year. It's really horrible, and it's now. I think, and the rain doesn't help, and just nothing more annoying than a fly that's half dying in the house and lands on your head and barely flies. Uh, anyway, I need to get some. I need to make a sport out of it. Get those tennis rackets and the shooting dart guns and make a complete sport out of killing them. We do it here as well. Sweet corn, long bean. My father-in-law does the long bean. Um, chilies, basil, cilantro. They do all that. Not a key lime. I don't see. And it's peach, pear, plums, blackberry, pomegranate. I'd like to do. I used to love eating that, and I think it's fairly reasonable even buying it here. Even the pomegranate juice, I think, is reasonable. Hello, brother Ron. Hope you're well. I try to pick up the down mangoes and toss them into the pond for the fish. That's a good idea. I'm saying hi to everybody. But pears and peaches are. I like nectarines better. I wonder if I would imagine nectarines would grow if peaches grow here. I'll have to find out. I don't know if they have them in the already, in a small tree form, or you got to grow them from seed. I'll have to find out. Well, it's already been over an hour and 18 people. You guys are diehards. Thank you. I had we went 3 hours last night. That's not going to happen this time. I have to look and see. He's not going to, I don't think the cousin is going to come. Doesn't look like it. I don't see him. And the solar man told my wife to tell me he's not going to be back until noon. He's probably got another job and go over and do, which is fine with me. But I do want to get out there when I do see him and make sure we're on the same wavelength on the height of the plugs. and have him do that. And I've got an exhaust fan that he doesn't know I have, that now I'm going to have to cut into the wall, which is all right. And I might just have him do it rather than have Toon do it. And it's kind of unique. It has a front hinge panel on it that closes. So you open it up and it's got a knob to turn it on. The back has just a little downward blowing screened, almost like an elbow, but it's a 45. And what I liked about it the most is to clean it, you do is turn it off and you grab the fan inside there and the fan slides right out. You can clean everything in there, clean the fan, slide it back in, and you're done. So, and just in case I'm running something in there, or if I decide to spray something, that'd be nice to have an exhaust of some kind. It's not huge. It's not bad. I don't know about Thailand, as they don't get a frost time unless there's a breed that doesn't require it. Yeah, I don't know. I have to find out. Because I dig nectarines. I haven't had one in a long time. But now that you mention it, now I'm going to be jonesing for a nectarine. Nectarine and Jack in the Box. Well, the nectarine won't kill me. The Jack in the Box might. But let's see what's happening in the. Let's have fun with the pond. See what the pond looks like. Let's see. How do I do that? There we go. Oh, I could do. Can I add one? I put it in the living room. And let's see. There. Which one came up? There we go. I got to turn the camera on. I spun the camera. What was it, last night? How come? Where's the little spinning thing? Is this it? Huh? Oh, that's. Come on, how do I move it? Got it? Yeah, there it is. And there's a fish. They look hungry. Is it in HD? Yeah. Let's get this out of there. How do I do? Oh, I already fed them once this morning. They're getting big, but I got to do something about that. Oh, come on, shouldn't we? There we go. But they're getting big, and they're loving life. I saw one fish in there that must have smashed his eyeball on the bottom of one of the tower filters or something. He did it. I'm going to have to get him out, and it's kind of hard to treat the eye, but then wipe it back, sedate him, and cut away some skin or something. But let's see what the Uban pond looks like. Oh, there it is. I need to move that one too. Is that this thing? Yeah. And you see I didn't. Who was it that was asking how deep? Was that was Kenny? Kenny's gone now. But that was only one. There's still only one flower there, but there's a whole bunch of pads. I hope it doesn't take. The koi will eat those. They'll dig at the roots and shit. So I'm hoping they do, because I don't want to cover I don't want the whole pond covered in those. And there's my two. I got a 2,000 liter and a 1,000 liter. There's my solar panels back in the back. And then below that is the pumping system and the valve to send the water into the pond. But you can see my pond is pretty much full. So, yeah. And now that I'm wondering how he's going to get his over on the other side over here. That was how he got his cows. Oh, there was a big fish right there. His cattle in and out, because that right there, it's about up to their neck. They get in there to cool off, but which I don't like, because they piss and crap in the water, which which brings up the ammonia in there. But anyway, so there's a picture of that. Let's go back to the. Where's my pool? Surrender fund. I already took the pool, surrender garage. Oh, it's already playing. Good. There we go. All right. All right. Burn some time. Jump down the water and catch the fish. Yeah. I. It'll keep them out of there from eating them too. People ask me, they'll eat them too. Don't kid yourself. Do you have audio with your? Yeah. Yeah. In fact, if I turned it on, let's see. I don't. You guys tell me if you hear it. Let me go there. I have the ability to turn on there. Let's see. Don't hear anything on that one. Let me go to the pond. Not that pond. My pond, because that makes money where it's putting in the. Can you guys hear that? It's not very loud, but yeah, I do. I do have both. I do have audio. Who was it that asked? Ron. I have. I have it. Uh, I can put this back to normal size. There we go. Make you guys look at a bigger me. Uh, that's too far in the city, Andrew. We love so great. What? To jump down, just for fun. Yeah, I want to do something with the. I'm gonna get if I'm gonna spend any time there, I'm gonna get rid of the plastic fence he put up. I'll put in 3 or 4 6 to 8 inch pipes out to the street, cover them with a big mesh deal, and that'll keep the fish in. And plus, they're getting to the size where I probably won't even have to worry about covering the end of it. Except for they're gonna spawn, so we'll have to see. But I want to put that. I was talking about it last time. A little walkway out there and a gazebo out there with a roof and a little, maybe 4 people could sit out there and eat or relax or covered in case it rained. But that's only if I'm going to spend time there. I'm going to sink the money into it for the solar, and then that's pretty much going to end it. And the only reason I do that is because I have to pay the bill. So it all comes to me. I was thinking you could talk to the guy at the front door, kind of. Yeah, I can talk to. I can yell. I do it to my wife and um, the kids all the time. But yeah, I can talk to as a speaker deal and to hear. Let's see. But I didn't put it back to the to this. There we go. That's better. That way I can see if he comes. I do have to. I'll probably it's an hour and 15 minutes. Maybe I'll go another 15 minutes. We'll go an hour and a half or something. But I want to go and get that sweet milk or whatever for the loaf of bread and milk that my wife suggested I get for him. And I'm gonna bring him some water and go over there and drop that off. I can't really talk to him, tell him to come. I can just tell him come back to the house. Quit fighting with people. But we'll. I'd like to do that because he won't. He's only this big around. This finger doesn't work anymore. He's only that big around. That's like in his arm. You know, I don't know. I'm guessing he weighs 90 pounds, 85 pounds. He's little. It's in the. She sent it to me. Hold on, because I told her send me a picture of it because I'm gonna get it at 7. Imagine she sent it to me online. There it is. 2. Come on, come on. This one, Aaron. Oh, what did I do? that in the tube, and just regular milk and a loaf of bread. I guess she figured I know what a loaf of bread looks like. But that he loves sweets, man. That cow mac that I get for him all the time, which I'll go get some of that too, and bring it over to him. But if I feed him too much, he'll probably never come home. That's why another reason my wife wants to get rid of that too. So he doesn't have a place to run to. If they're here and he wants to stay there, mom can come over here and stay in this house. And then, while they fight for whatever and go back and forth. I never was big on that, man. I could get it. If I'm going to do something, I want to end it. Whatever problem I'm having with somebody, I want to end it. If it has to come down to blows, which I really wouldn't, especially with friends, but solve the deal, be done with it, drink a beer, and never hear of it again. But a lot of people can't do that. They can't forget, forgive and forget. And one thing with this one and with Nitno, I said, I don't want to ever go days and days and days. Hours and hours, maybe 2, 3 hours. Okay. But we're done with it at that point. And she agrees, doesn't understand, or she didn't in the beginning, but there's no reason for it. There's no reason for me for the brother or a family or whatever. Oh, I haven't talked to Bill in 27 years. Why? I don't even remember what the fight was over. I think he took a glass of milk from me. I mean, come on, what the shit? They're your family and they're your friends. I don't understand why you can't. Like I said, whatever you got to do to rectify the situation, whether it being a husband, a wife, friends, family, whatever. I hear it all the time. Well, I haven't talked to him in 10 years, and I haven't talked to them in 5 years. Really? What did they do? Murder your firstborn? That you didn't talk to him? I don't understand. Anyway, is that what that is? Sweetened condensed milk in that little tube? I don't know. Carnation. But he loves that shit. And he'll eat a whole loaf of bread, you know, and maybe not in one sitting, but he'll eat a loaf of bread and he's happy as hell. That, and like I said, I'll get him that milk. I'll get him his cow mac, and he'll be set. Let's see. Tonight is what? Shit early for Sweden. Is it early? What time is it there, Patty? Good night, man. All right. I'll see you. I'm gonna go another 10 minutes. Um, you can get you can get it in a can too. Okay. Yes, they sell it. Okay. All right. I'll get them a tube. I don't know. I'll get them with that. Make sure I get the right shit. And I guess I have to go get some money. I gave Shushu my last 360 baht for the ride last night in case she needed it. Then said the car didn't have any gas. They put money in her account. I got the ability to go on my bank now and not only shoot money to my wife, but I can shoot money to each one of the kids individually. So I sent her 1,000 baht, and that way she could get, because when she gets there early in the morning or 5 o'clock to the bus station, she's got to take a taxi over to the house. I don't want her walking around and shit. So I gave that to her. So she was excited. I saw her this morning. Thank you, thank you. She's got her best friend in the car, and she's pointing at the steering wheel. They're stopped, obviously, but excited as hell. That kind of shit just makes my freaking day. You know, um, she's I think she's 19 now. So she was happy to get it. Cost me 4,000 baht to get her license, I think. Okay. Send her for a link. Okay. Anyway, here I'll spare you guys. I'll make you guys look at me for a while. That's your torture. That'll teach you to hang around um, for an hour and a half. But Yeah, and we've gotten, I have to go look. I can't remember exactly, but we've gotten quite a few subscribers again. Not a lot. I shouldn't say that. But uh, yeah, 27 in the last 28 days. We were down below 2,700. We're at 2,734 now. And the estimated revenue is $39.35. But we'll, my wife don't care. I want to say thanks. Feel better. Good. I'm glad you are. Glad you're feeling better. Um, So let's see. So thanks for the new subscribers. Again, the channel, we talk about everything. We have a good time with no drama and try to keep everything on the up and up. Anybody can pretty much say whatever they want as long as it's respectful. I'm not going to, not let anybody talk because they disagree with me. Just ain't me. But I'll listen to whatever anybody has to say. Quite a few of the new people have been putting suggestions and stuff on the videos, which is freaking awesome. Some people go, "Oh, why did this person want?" I want them. Give me the whatever you got. I'm not too proud to say, "Yeah, that's a good idea." I'm not to do that, which I've done quite a few times because most of the people that are affiliated or watching the channel are good people. So we have a lot of fun. It's 5:23 in the morning. All right, Patty. There's Logan. And Jamie, or just Logan? How's the sound as I'm getting ready to? We got another 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes to ramble. Um, are you guys both there? What time is it in the state? I can look. It's 9:23 here. And if I go here and look at my clock around the world, Los Angeles 7:24 p.m., New York 10:24 p.m. Do I have Oklahoma City 9:24 p.m. and London 3:24 a.m. Bangkok 9:24 a.m. I was keeping my phone, the ones that I look at. The reason I have the Oklahoma one was when my buddy's son was racing the midgets at the what is it called? That big giant one in Oklahoma, the one that even the big giant, Jeff Gordon and all these other guys go in there and race at that of the dirt once a year. I forget the name of it now, but anyway, that's why I have Oklahoma City in there from a while back. But not to keep that on there. And I should do that. My wife, she worries about her father. Stockholm time? No, I don't have Stockholm time in there. But now I know that at 9:30 here, it's 5:30 a.m. where you're at. Holy crap! Of course, I'm up. And at my 5:30, I got up. I woke up a little late. Usually, I wake up about 4, and I'm usually out here by 4:30. I woke up at 4:30 and kind of didn't rush, but I was out here by 10 minutes after that. And but my time in the morning is my relaxation. No Thai channel on TV yapping, and I can just relax. I've got from pretty much when I wake up until whenever. I mean, because I could stay out here all day and I'm not going to get bombarded by anybody. But for the most part, that's my quiet time. Was Nikki come back or what? Or are you just saying sweet dreams? Buddy probably got her up by now. I'll leave the secret then. I can't remember who you are. So embarrassing. Well, that's because he changed his name. That's not fair, Aaron. Oh, did I blow it? Ron blew it too. When you changed it to that Thailand 20.4.7, it took me a while to get used to it too. Oops, yeah, I oopsed it too. We're in trouble. But he's all the way in freaking the United States. Take him 20, 30 hours to get here. But I guess the sound must be okay. You guys know if I forget to ask, and the sound is ever shit, or not good. I shouldn't say shit, but I said shit, and I just said it again. But by all means, let me know, or if the video is not great, or what it is. But I think I'm gonna. They charge me $25 a month for this StreamYard. I think I'm gonna go back to the regular StreamYard, because I don't. I'm only doing 2 a week, and I think I can still have 6 people on, because I still want to get back to having people on. I know Logan was going to come on. I guess once he gets back and settled in and all that, we'll do it. What were we going to talk about? I think Korea, right? If I'm not mistaken, we had talked about it, and Logan said, he'd do it, but I know he's busier than crap now. But I still have that option. But I don't know. I'm trying to cut back, like Showtime and some of these stuff. I go on to I didn't even know I had subscriptions to half this shit. I'm spending $200-300 a month on crap that I don't even watch. Main ones I watch is Netflix. I watch Prime Video, and I watch Apple TV and Hula. But I had all of them on there. I'm going, $10 here, $12 there. It all adds up. So sounds good. All right, thanks, Ron. Korea and sim racing. Okay. Yeah, so when you tell me, because I'm retired and I know you're busy, so when you get a break, you just tell me, because I don't ever have anything, as I should. I should have stuff planned on what I'm going to talk about and what's up. And, we talked a little bit about weed, and I think I was right? Didn't I originally say it's going to come down to medical? You'll have to get here, pay the doctor his 10, $15, and then go about your business. So, and that's the way I think it's going to come down. We'll see. Somebody had said that tree with the leaves that gives you a little euphoria, which I never tried. Bobby had told me about it. That's like a no-no now, because I guess they were selling it on the corners. I don't know, but I don't know. I still want to try a gummy. I'm going to try a gummy. I don't know where I'm going to get it. I guess maybe I'll have to go get a doctor's thing. But I'd like to try it. Maybe it would ease a little bit of pain in my knee. Like I said, I haven't really got high on THC in 40, 50 years. It's been a long time. And like I said, I got paranoid, and it affected me weird, not like it had when I was younger. So, but I would try that gummy. Like I said, I don't suggest anybody to burn and inhale anything. It's just not the way to do the drug. And I don't think it was meant to. It's an easy way to do. It was fun to roll joints when I was a kid, and bong hits and shit like that. But now they got so many other delivery methods, such as cookies, brownies, gummies, lollipops. You don't need to destroy your lungs. Hey, Ross, how you doing? From Sydney. Hope you're well. Yeah, the only thing that I get, and I don't use them that often, is the tramadol, which is like the lowest, I think, dose of any kind of opiate that they have. But I can eat 3 of them, and they'll do something. I can eat one if I haven't had. I don't take them that often. He gives me like every 3 months. He gives me like 20 of them or something, and mainly they go to the family. Oh, Aunt so and so has bursitis. Whatever. She's hurting. Can she get? I just leave. Make sure I have a pack. I think each one of the pack has 10 in it, just in case. I hurt my knee, or once in a while they get really bad. But like I haven't taken them in 2 months. I don't even know. But I thought it would be something interesting to do, because I think naturally, why not? Well, why not would be someone like Logan, because he can't do it, and if you're in a situation where you might could get tested, and could lose your job or lose your pension, which we don't want that. You just can't do it, which I think is stupid. And the problem with it is if they test you or something, you could have done it, a week ago, and it's still in your bloodstream, which is horrible. Now I don't know what Alex got, but it seemed like he got a little bit relief on his shoulder surgery. But I don't know what they ended up giving him. He's in the Philippines. If you guys don't follow Alex, you should be. And see, I know that I watched a little video recently, and it looked like he was doing better. The pain is horrible, man. On any kind of joint stuff, my knees, it was just horrible. I'm not too bad at home, recovering from a short hospital stay. That's a bummer. Allows me to watch these live streams rather than working. Yeah, it's good to know my live streams are better than working. that's a good thing. But sorry to hear about the hospital stay. That sucks. You know, we we take such things for granted. Just taking a breath of air. Like I said, before I was in the hospital, I thought I was a Superman. There's nothing that could hurt me, nothing that could kill me. Screw you, dude. I mean, and then I found out how fragile life was. Um, and being in there for 3 months and 2 months in intensive care and atrophy and losing the ability to even pick up my arms and walk, you know, and with a tube down my throat for 2 months, humility or whatever, anxiety, everything else set in. And it was just like, I need to take better care of myself. And now I am, okay, finally. But up until a couple of months ago, I was still, give me that Burger King. How many you can make a triple? Yeah, make one of those things for me. Just drenched in salt and sodium, and give me a bunch of fries too. Load those full of sodium for me, will you? And just no brains, no headaches, right? So now I have been. Now, well, I will go have a hamburger or something. Yeah, I did it at the other day at the Funky Burgers, I think it's called. But there's just life's precious, man. It we're not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow morning. We're not guaranteed to be able to walk. I could go right now, jump on that scooter, go over to see my father-in-law, and get hit at 80 miles an hour by a car, and I'm done. And you'll see I still haven't done the death tape yet. I got to start it because God knows what could happen. But it's just going to be me sitting here talking, going that if you're watching this, there's a good chance I'm not around anymore. And just go over some shit that maybe I didn't reveal about myself, or maybe things that you guys don't know that after I'm dead, I don't care if you know. And I don't even know whatever comes into this pea-sized brain of mine, and make it the last video out. So let's see. They got my brother on all kinds of pills right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I take a whole handful of them, and you know what it is with me, that why it takes shit, mix whiskey with cola. That's good. Probably better than most drugs. Um, he saved my life, man, multiple times. So if he tells me I need to do this to do this and do that and do this, because he still got me on cholesterol, and my cholesterol is great without the cholesterol. But he said the lower the better. So anything that could keep my arteries from getting clogged, anything like that. He wants me to live. The guy's a great doctor, and he's really good too. So if you guys ever get in any kind of problems here in Surin, yeah, don't worry about their doctors. They're freaking awesome. 2 months ago, I had problems with my sleep. Someone told me to try cannabis. More terrible for me. Yeah, and it might be for me because it was 30, 40, 50 years ago when I used to do it all the time in junior high and high school, and then got real high one time. And after that, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was paranoid and didn't feel right. And I just didn't do it anymore. But I want to try it again just to see what it's like. A bit of a wake up call for me. Need to cut back on pizza ice cream. Yeah, me too. But occasionally I'll order a little, pizza from the pizza factory. Once a month, maybe I'll go and or maybe twice a month. I really like the burgers and I don't get the double, I get the single, but I get French fries and I get onion rings. And for here, it's an excellent burger. Probably one of the best burgers I've had, period. Thailand or not, it's a good burger. And the onion rings are good and the French fries are good. But for a single cheese, big slice of tomato, an onion ring on that, the lettuce and the onion rings and the French fries, 200 and a drink, a Coke Zero, 200 and 230 bahts, so 3, 6, 7, $8. I don't know what that would be in the United States now, probably 15, at least double, I'm sure. So once in a while, I'll go do that. And we usually meet up with Andrew or Bobby here in Surin. But hopefully they don't go out of business or me and Bobby won't know what to do. Bobby likes it. So does Andrew, I think, too. Tried small first and don't feel good. The rest I put in the toilet. Yeah, but it's worth a try. I mean, especially since if you get it for medical, it is legal here in Thailand. And I would rather see somebody take something that grows out of the ground than some kind of synthetic morphine or because I never understood why all the states in the United States just didn't go medical right out of the gate. Want to know why? Big pharma, pharmaceutical, man. Uh, and otherwise, I mean, it's a no brainer. Okay. I don't want your synthetic morphine. All I want to do is have the ability to, to use THC. Oh no, that's illegal. That's a type 27 drug. You're a horrible person. Really. So you'll just load me up full of morphine. So they don't care. So it was all pharmaceutical shit. Yeah, exactly. My brother knows. Tried many things. I like whiskey and cola. Hey, if whiskey and cola works, nothing wrong with that. Like I said, we talked about it before. It's been over 20 years since I've been intoxicated. And thank God I got the ability to sit down, have my Mexican food, have a big ass margarita. And if I feel tipsy, I go to soda water or Coke. And luckily I can do that. But like I said, 9 out of 10 of my friends are alcoholics, and most of them are dead now, and they couldn't do that. No way. If they stopped, they needed to stop, never to do it again. Um, Hello to David and everyone. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. I've even been, yeah. They're pretty good, right? Especially here in Thailand, and especially out here in Surin. When you go to some place like Bangkok or something or Pattaya, there's a lot of good restaurants. But hey, Pierre, how you doing? Hi, NBKK. I'm going to be there on Saturday afternoon. Somebody else was going there. I think it was JR. And I don't know if it was an old video that I saw or something, but he was with Joe and Gift. So it might be no, Joe doesn't do his videos 2020 in advance. So I don't know, JR, if you watch this or you hear about it, if you're going to be in Bangkok, let me know. Because I think you said you were going to Bangkok for a week and Joe went to Hua Hin. On my way back in Bangkok now, on my way back to Greece on my little sailing boat. Adventure starts again already. We'll try to reach Turkey back in Thailand on the 9th of September. THC. Well, I hope you keep us apprised on everything that's going on and videos and pictures. It was great last time. I really enjoyed it. It was good stuff. Yeah, that's what I am. Instant asshole. Just add alcohol. Doesn't take much. There's Andrew and Randy. But yeah, I don't know. So let's see. It's been an hour and 40 minutes now. I am enjoying myself. You guys know that when I'm not enjoying myself anymore, I'll be done. But for the people that we have on here and the new people that are coming around, and I think we have the best subscribers in the world here. Respectful people, good, honest people. Thailand is a home for them and a home for me and a home for anybody that really wants to come. Maybe I'll do a video. I know a lot of people are doing videos on cost of living, but I know that I checked this morning, and I think the dollar is either getting weak or the baht is extremely strong because it's been going down. Gold is at 51,210, 32.7. So not much. It's usually been around 33. So I guess it's staying pretty close, but it hasn't. I thought it was going to go up a little bit. It's actually went down a little bit, but it you're bang for the buck, and like people will hit me up and go, well, what about here, and what about Vietnam, and what about? There's probably a lot of places, but I like the government. I'm not big on Vietnam, just me personally. I want to go and see it, and stuff, but uh, the government's in a lot of stuff. People will say Colombia, even Costa Rica. I like Costa Rica because at that time there was a female president and they have no army. So it's like they're just, they're neutral in everything. That's why I think Nicaragua and all that Contra shit came down because they knew they could fly. They were flying in where they have the new airport is where they were flying that crap in, landing in Costa Rica and then going into Nicaragua. But anyway, that's a whole nother deal. But anyway, all I know for the most part, and 7 years worth of, is Thailand, and the bang for the buck, at least the U.S. dollar. But I know most other ones are strong against it. But I'm going to say that it's something to say that I don't know of many places that you can go and live from the United States and live off of just the Social Security you get. Okay. Unless you get $500. The norm is right around 21, 22, something in there between 2 and 25. Some people get 3, some people get 1,500. But if you're around that too, you can actually live here. You can actually live here comfortably. You can actually do a little bit of traveling, a little bit of going out and eating. You have to watch and budget yourself, sure. But if you're at that 20, I think the magic deal is 25, and it depends on your age because it's going to cost you for you need your stuff for your visa and all that. You need your health insurance. You need that kind of stuff. Do you need a car? No. Do you need this or that? If you like 2 wheels, I would definitely get scooter for transportation, but maybe I'll do a little cost. I haven't done a cost of living type deal in a while, so maybe I'll put it out there and see how it goes. Um, this is a small town, a lot of drugs. I drink, not for me. Yeah, if it affected me bad, I just it just made me an asshole. To where my own friends didn't really particularly care for me some of the time. Let's say, okay, brother, I need to. Yeah, I think I'm done too. All right, I think I'm going to go. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not going to be here on Saturday. We're going to blow out at dark 30, and maybe Sunday. If not, I probably won't do it until Wednesday again. So it'll be a week, unless I just go on and ramble or something, which could happen, right? If you know me. But I'll come over here and want to thank everybody for watching. You guys are freaking awesome. The new subscribers and stuff. Thank you for subscribing. We have fun when you feel comfortable, and some people have jumping in the chat. Like I said, as long as it's respectful, ask what you want. May not get the answer you want, but you can ask what you want. Like I said, as long as it's respectful. All right, everybody. Have a great. Let me get this all set up and then look at the camera. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.